Sonic Forces, released in 2017, is a notable addition to the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Developed by Sonic Team and published by Sega, the game marks the return of the iconic blue hedgehog in a fast-paced, action-packed adventure. One distinctive feature is the inclusion of a dark and powerful antagonist, Infinite, who poses a formidable threat to Sonic and his friends. The game introduces a unique gameplay mechanic, allowing players to create their own custom character, adding a layer of personalization to the Sonic universe. This feature diversifies the gameplay experience, providing players with the opportunity to engage in levels with their original characters, each possessing distinct abilities. Sonic Forces showcases a blend of 2D and 3D gameplay styles, reminiscent of the franchise's classic elements. The levels are visually dynamic, featuring vibrant landscapes and fast-paced sequences that capture the essence of Sonic's signature speed. The soundtrack, composed by Tomoya Otani, complements the game's pace, enhancing the overall immersive experience. Critics have praised the game for its graphics, maintaining a smooth and visually appealing environment. However, opinions on the narrative and level design have been mixed. Some applaud the attempt to introduce a more mature storyline, while others feel it falls short of the series' potential. Despite varying opinions, Sonic Forces remains a notable installment in the Sonic franchise, offering a blend of nostalgia and innovation. The introduction of new characters, dynamic gameplay, and the ability to create a custom avatar contribute to the game's distinct identity in the long-standing legacy of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Forces garnered appreciation for several elements that contributed to its positive reception within the gaming community. One of the standout features is the game's visual prowess. Sonic Forces impressed players and critics alike with its visually stunning graphics. The smooth frame rate, vibrant color palette, and dynamic environments not only showcased the technical capabilities of modern gaming platforms, but also contributed to a visually immersive experience. The game's ability to maintain a visually appealing presentation while delivering high-speed gameplay is commendable and adds to its overall allure. The introduction of the custom character creation system marked a significant innovation in the Sonic franchise. Allowing players to design and play as their own unique character, known as the avatar, added a layer of personalization and diversity to the gameplay. Players could choose from various species, outfits, and Wispon weapons, tailoring their experience to suit their preferences. This feature not only expanded the Sonic universe, but also provided a fresh perspective and gameplay dynamic, resonating positively with fans. The music in Sonic Forces complements the game's high-speed gameplay with a mix of energetic and atmospheric tunes. The soundtrack not only enhances the overall atmosphere, but also contributes to the adrenaline-pumping experience of racing through diverse and visually captivating levels. The game's blending of 2D and 3D gameplay styles was a nod to Sonic's rich history while embracing modern gaming expectations. By seamlessly integrating these elements, Sonic Forces managed to appeal to both longtime fans of the franchise who appreciate the classic 2D Sonic experience and newer players seeking a more contemporary 3D platforming adventure. In terms of level design, Sonic Forces brought innovation to the table. The inclusion of levels featuring the custom avatar with unique abilities and the strategic use of Wispons added variety to the gameplay. This dynamic level design ensured that players encountered diverse challenges and experiences, preventing the game from feeling monotonous. While the storyline received mixed reviews, the attempt to introduce a more mature narrative was commendable. The inclusion of a formidable antagonist, Infinite, added depth to the plot and presented Sonic with a significant challenge, contributing to a more engaging and emotionally resonant gaming experience. On the flip side, Sonic Forces faced criticism in various aspects that hindered its reception among certain players and critics. The most notable critique revolves around the narrative execution. While the attempt to introduce a more mature storyline was appreciated by some, others found it lacking in depth and coherence. The character development, particularly for the newly introduced antagonist Infinite, fell short for some players, leaving them yearning for a more engaging and well-crafted narrative. Despite the positive mention of the game's visuals, Some critics argued that the impressive graphics couldn't fully compensate for what they perceived as lackluster level design. Certain levels were criticized for being too linear and not fully utilizing the potential of Sonic's speed. The balance between 2D and 3D gameplay, while praised by some, was criticized by others who felt it led to a disjointed experience rather than a seamless fusion of classic and modern Sonic elements. While the custom character system received praise for its innovation, it also drew criticism for not impacting the gameplay as significantly as anticipated. Some players felt that the unique abilities of the custom avatar, particularly the Wisp buns, didn't add enough depth to the overall experience, and the inclusion of these elements seemed more like a superficial addition than a game-changing feature. In terms of difficulty, Sonic Forces faced criticism for being relatively easy, especially for experienced players of the Sonic franchise. The lack of a substantial challenge in certain segments of the game led to a sense of monotony for some players, reducing the overall satisfaction derived from overcoming obstacles. Lastly, the reception of the soundtrack was polarized. While praised for its energetic tunes, some players and critics found the music to be somewhat forgettable and not as iconic as some of the previous Sonic titles. The subjective nature of music appreciation meant that opinions on this aspect varied widely. The developmental process of Sonic Forces provides insights into the challenges faced by the development team and the decisions that influence the final product. Sonic Team, the long-standing developer of the Sonic franchise, spearheaded the creation of this installment. The game was announced in July 2016 during the Sonic 25th anniversary party, generating significant anticipation among fans. The team aimed to deliver a title that would celebrate the franchise's legacy while introducing innovative elements to keep the series fresh. The decision to incorporate the custom character system was likely driven by the desire to offer players a more personalized experience. Sonic Team aimed to diversify gameplay by allowing players to create their own avatars, introducing new species, outfits, and Wisp-on weapons. This decision reflected a response to the gaming industry's trend of increased player customization and engagement. The introduction of the mysterious antagonist, Infinite, was intended to elevate the narrative and provide Sonic with a formidable adversary. However, the challenges arose during the execution of this narrative element, as some players found the character's backstory and development lacking depth. The developmental process likely involved balancing the desire for a more mature storyline with the need to maintain accessibility for a broad audience. The blending of 2D and 3D gameplay styles has been a recurrent theme in modern Sonic titles. The developmental team aimed to strike a balance between nostalgia for classic Sonic experiences and the expectations of contemporary gaming. Achieving this balance proved challenging, as evidenced by the mixed reactions to level design and pacing. The visual and technical aspects of Sonic Forces showcase the capabilities of modern gaming platforms. Sonic Team invested in creating visually stunning environments and ensuring a smooth frame rate to enhance the overall gaming experience. However, the focus on graphics might have influenced certain design decisions, leading to criticisms related to level design and gameplay dynamics. Throughout the developmental process, Sonic Team likely grappled with the challenge of meeting the expectations of a diverse fan base. The contrasting elements that contributed to both the strengths and weaknesses of Sonic Forces underscore the complex nature of developing a game within a beloved and long-standing franchise. Sonic Forces will be etched into Sonic history as the game that ambitiously sought a new and edgy identity, but paradoxically retained a familiar essence. While undoubtedly appealing to certain enthusiasts, its resonance on a broader scale falls short. Nevertheless, there's an inexplicable charm about it, perhaps emanating from the atmospheric vibes or the whimsical character creations. It stands as a distinctive chapter in Sonic's legacy, destined to be remembered.